My husband uses his car for a transport business and makes money out of it, but he does not give me even a dime. Yet he comes home whenever he wants and asks for food. Even when I was pregnant of my son, who was the only child we had in the marriage, he did not give me money even for once for antenatal. I did everything all by myself. Things were very difficult for me, and it got to a period that I had to start doing a business added to my job, but it was still not easy. Meanwhile, my husband uses the profit he got from his transport business to carry women up and down and also enjoy life. He squandered all his money, and at the end he was left with nothing. So he sold his car at last, but still used it to enjoy his life. The family people also pressured me with their demands and rules, so I decided to leave the marriage because I was not benefiting anything but just my son. I told his brother that used to listen to me, but he advised me to try and work things out. I told him I could not, and I will not be able to, as after all I've stayed 2 years in the marriage but no changes. He told me that he has spoken to my husband and he would want us to come together one day and talk things through. But I said no, so I left with my son. My husband did not even care one day to come see his son or send something to him or ask about him. He left me all alone to cater for the child. Things were getting worse and worse, more and more difficult for me. So one day I decided to go to my husband. I decided to go to his house. He still stayed there even after I left him. I threatened to drop my child off if he did not give me some money to take care of the child. My husband was still adamant. He even left me there. I decided to report him to that his brother, and he called him up to try and give me something for the baby. My ex-husband told him right there and in my presence that instead of him to give me, he would rather throw the money away. After dropping the call, he just took the child from my hand, claiming to go buy something for him. While I waited in the house, I waited and waited, but he did not return with my child. I even stayed all through the night till the next day, but he still was not where to be found. I had to leave there for work in order to come back in the evening. As soon as our work closed, I did not get to my house. Rather, I went straight to his house, yet he was not around. As a matter of fact, no one was there. I had to run to his family compound to go get my child, but all the family members refused to allow me to see the son.